The Shadow of the Forgotten City. The rain hammered against the windshield as Daniel Foster gripped the steering wheel, his heart pounding. The message had been cryptic. Find the Forgotten City before they do. Time is running out. He had received it 3 hours ago, and now, as he raced through the storm, he knew he was being followed. The black SUV in his rear-view mirror had been on his tail since he left the airport. Whoever sent that message was right. Time was running out. Lightning flashed across the sky, momentarily illuminating the winding road ahead. The tire skidded slightly as Daniel took a sharp turn, his mind racing as fast as the car. He had received countless tips and leads over the years, but this one felt different. The urgency in the message, the weight of the unknown, it all pointed to something far bigger than he'd ever encountered before. Who was after him, and why? Daniel was an investigative journalist, known for uncovering historical mysteries, but nothing had prepared him for this. His journey had led him to an old professor, Dr. Evelyn Carter, an expert in lost civilizations. Together, they deciphered the ancient parchment he had received anonymously. The map pointed to a lost city buried deep within the Amazon rainforest, a place whispered about in legends, believed to hold a secret powerful enough to change history. Their journey to the Amazon was anything but easy. After a tense flight, where Daniel couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, they arrived at a small, remote village. The locals spoke in hushed tones when they mentioned the Forgotten City. Some warned them to turn back. Others spoke of explorers who had vanished without a trace. But the most chilling detail was a single name, the Theraven. The mere mention of it sent shivers through the villagers, as if the name itself carried a curse. Determined to press on, Daniel and Evelyn hired a guide, a rugged ex-military tracker named Miguel. He knew the jungle better than anyone, but even he seemed uneasy. "This place is cursed," he muttered one night by the campfire. "People go looking for the city, but they never come back. If we go prepared." Days into their trek, they realized they were not alone. Footsteps echoed in the dense underbrush. Shadows flickered between the trees. Then, one night, their camp was raided. Books were torn apart, their supplies ransacked. Whoever was following them wanted to make sure they failed. As they arrived at a remote jungle outpost, their enemies struck. Armed mercenaries, led by the enigmatic figure known as the Theraven, ambushed them. Bullets tore through the air as Daniel and Evelyn barely managed to escape into the dense foliage. Miguel fought valiantly, taking down 2 men before disappearing into the chaos. Daniel and Evelyn had no choice but to flee. Their map, their only hope of survival. The deeper they ventured, the stranger the jungle became. Vines twisted in unnatural patterns. The air grew thick with eerie silence. At night, they heard whispers, echoes of voices speaking in a language neither of them recognized. It was as if the city itself was aware of their presence, watching, waiting. Days of exhaustion led them to a mist-covered valley where the ruins of the Forgotten City loomed before them. Strange symbols covered the stone walls, and at the heart of the city stood an altar. As Evelyn deciphered the inscriptions, she realized the city's secret. A device hidden beneath the ruins, capable of altering magnetic fields, disrupting technology, and even controlling the weather. This was why the Theraven wanted it. Just as they uncovered the entrance to the chamber below, the Theraven and his mercenaries arrived. A fierce battle erupted. Daniel fought with every ounce of strength he had, dodging gunfire, leaping across crumbling platforms, and using the ruins themselves as weapons. Meanwhile, Evelyn worked frantically to activate the city's defense mechanism, setting off a chain reaction of seismic tremors. As the ruins began collapsing, Daniel confronted the Theraven, unmasking him to reveal a shocking truth. He was none other than Evelyn's long-lost brother, consumed by greed and ambition. In a desperate bid to escape, the Theraven triggered a fail-safe, but was ultimately buried beneath the ruins as Daniel and Evelyn barely escaped. The city's secrets were lost once more, but some mysteries were better left undiscovered. Back in civilization, Daniel published a story, but left out crucial details. Some truths he knew were too dangerous for the world. As he stared at the ancient symbol now tattooed onto his hand, something he didn't have before stepping into the city, he realized the mystery was far from over. The end, or just the beginning,